This is Identity Exposed. You've been told what identity is, but what if what you've been told is not true? Let's take a closer look. Let's do a quick recap before we go one step further into exposing why your identity doesn't stay stable. We kicked off this Identity Exposed series by questioning what we've been told our identity is. We've been told that the expression of who we are is our identity. But the truth is that what we do, what we've achieved, what we feel, and what we believe, while that can explain aspects of who we are, it does not establish who we are. Next, I expose how we've been told that our identity is our responsibility. So that means that we have to constantly prove, maintain, defend, and keep building who we are. Now, let's look at how what we've been told means that there's no anchor for our identity. If identity is something you're building, something you're maintaining, something you're carrying, then it also means something else. It means your identity might possibly move and change and shift because it's going to be based on what's happening with you, based on how things are going, based on what people say, based on what you experience, what works and what doesn't. Let's look at how this plays out in real time. Perhaps you've experienced some of these. Perhaps you've had a moment where you felt confident, clear, and grounded and certain about who you are. But then something happened and something that you expected didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. The outcomes you were looking for change, or you experience feeling good about who you are, loving who you are. That is until someone said something negative about you, or they posted a negative comment about you on social media on one of your posts. Or maybe it's that you receive constructive criticism from your boss. Perhaps a significant other shared that there's just something that they don't like about you. Or you felt like you were standing on solid ground about your sense of self, and then something just did not turn out the way that you expected. And suddenly, when these things happen, you don't feel the same about who you are. You start questioning yourself. You begin replaying things, dissecting them, ruminating over them, wondering what it means, because it's not just about what happened or what someone did or what someone said. It becomes all about what it says about you and how you're allowing that to define who you are. So, this means that your sense of identity shifts with all of these different things. And the thing is, this has become normal for a lot of people. They're living in constant movement, adjusting, responding, reevaluating, redeclaring who they are, redefining who they are. And it's all based on what's happening around you. My invitation to you is to slow down and really think and look at this. Because what does this mean about your identity? If it moves every time something changes, if it rises and falls with outcomes, with feedback, your level of performance, then what is your identity actually anchored to? Because if identity is supposed to define you, should it really be this dependent on what happens to you or what people say? Should it really shift this easily? And if it does, then what is your identity built on? What is the source of your identity? And here's the real question to ask yourself. What would identity look like if it didn't shift or move? We're just getting started. In the next video, the exposure continues.